Guys, welcome to our Wednesday night PGI Team Call. Everyone is muted, so I appreciate you being on this call. Now, listen, I kind of want to get right to things, and there's a lot of new people on the call, and so there's things I want to address. So some of these things are going to be kind of repetitious, but I just kind of want to talk about the elephant in the room, right? And that is some of the issues that we're all seeing, the issues that get everyone frustrated and things like that. And so, I'm going to go over a couple of them. That doesn't mean that that's all of the issues, right? And so I just kind of want to address some of these right now. So, one of the issues is they're not receiving the confirmation emails. Okay, so maybe you log into your account, you get a 6-digit code, you type that in, and then maybe you, whatever the case may be, maybe on Monday you try to do a withdrawal, you send a withdrawal ticket, and then you don't get a confirmation email. I can only stress, obviously, you check your spam, you check your promotions tab, and you make sure that you have a Gmail email address, because the PGI just doesn't like anything other than a Gmail address. Now, that doesn't mean that if you have a Yahoo or things like that, that's not going to work. But chances are you have a better chance, 99% assurance that if it's a Gmail, you're going to get that confirmation email. But, let's say you don't. Let's say you don't get that email. Well, listen, make sure that, you try a different browser. That could be one. Make sure you didn't put a comma instead of a .com when you signed up. Turn off your security or your firewall on your computer. I'm telling you guys, 95% of this is user error, and people are like, well, I just never received anything. Check your firewall on your computer. Try it on your phone. And a lot of times you'll see that works. If it still doesn't work, then we need to submit a support ticket. Support is getting bombarded, and I tell you right now, support is not your friend right now. It just really isn't. Until the middle of March, support's not going to be your friend. And I'll kind of get into that here in just a minute. But I'm trying to ease the pain for a lot of people. And so a lot of times you're putting the wrong email address in, you're putting a comma instead of a dot, you're putting a .con, C-O-N, instead of C-O-M, and then you're getting pissed off at the company saying, I haven't received an email, the company is full of crap, this and that, and all along it's your fault. Okay? I'm not saying that there's situations and issues that come up that it's the company's fault. But what I'm trying to get everyone to do is to at least dot all of your I's and cross all your T's to make sure that it's nothing on your end that you're overlooking. So that's one. Number two is payments are being denied, right? There's not enough funds. With Bitcoin just going through the roof, I mean, we see what Bitcoin is doing right now. It's absolutely going through the roof. The Bitcoin price is going up so fast that what's happening is people are coming in, they are creating an invoice, then could make maybe 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes later, they are trying to fund that invoice. But guess what? In those last few minutes, Bitcoin has skyrocketed. Or maybe it's plummeted, but we haven't seen that happen in a while. But mostly it's skyrocketed. So you create an invoice, 15, 20 minutes later, you try to fund it, and guess what happens? You're not funding enough money because Bitcoin is here now. It's not here. It's over. It's here. So what we recommend, everybody, do not create an invoice until you are ready to fund it immediately. Now, we have a call with RV tomorrow to see if we can't put some type of sure hold in place that, hey, for 20 minutes or whatever, you create an invoice. Within 20 minutes, it's good. It'll be taken. Everything will be good. So what happens? What happens is you fund it. Let's say it's $119. You fund it 8 minutes later. That same $119 of Bitcoin is only worth $115. It's going to trigger the system to say, that's not enough money. Goes to support. Support sees, okay, you're $4 short of Bitcoin for that particular invoice. By the time support gets that invoice and all the other situations, issues come in, you'll eventually get an email. Could be the same day, could be a day or two later based on support being backed up. But then that same $4 might be $16 now, depending upon how fast Bitcoin rises. So think about this. You just join a company. You try to fund it for $119 of Bitcoin. But you wait a little bit. Maybe it's 10, 15, 20 minutes. You fund it with what you think is $119. Company comes back and says, no, you're short. You owe $34. What does that do to someone that just joined? Automatically triggers off, oh, this is a scam. I sent $119 now, and they're asking for more money. So I'm just trying to throw that out there to our leaders, to everyone on the call who should be a leader, that situations like that arise. And unless you fund the invoice immediately, because Bitcoin rises so fast, there could be issues like that. And there could be a negative view on the company. So I'm letting you know, those things are happening. We understand that. We're going to talk to RV about that tomorrow to see if there's any type of sure hold we can put in place for like 20 minutes, that you create an invoice within 20 minutes. It's secure for 20 minutes. And we'll see what we come up with. But the long and short about everything is that, listen, when you're ready to fund an invoice, create the invoice. That's it. You do it. If you do it within 1 or 2 minutes, you're good. You're golden. But we've had some people that actually 5-6 minutes later, Bitcoin is already up to here instead of here where they created the invoice. So wanted to kind of notify everyone about that. Late payments. All right. There's a video that Mark Davis did, the CEO. I was going to play it for you guys. I do have it right here, but I don't know if it's going to play very well. So what I'll just kind of get to the nuts and bolts about what Mark Davis said on the Super Saturday call 2 Saturdays ago is, in a nutshell, when it comes to payments, when PGI, we've got over 100,000 people that we try to pay. We can pay those in 5,000 per person increments, but still, it's likened to 5,000 people showing up at 7-Eleven or a store. They're all lined up to buy something. Maybe they're all buying the same thing, probably. Let's just say they're all buying a Coke or a Slurpee. And there's 5,000 people lined up at this 7-Eleven to buy a Slurpee. There are many, 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 many other 7-Eleven or convenience stores, depending upon what part of the earth you're living, There are many, many other stores that you can go that you can buy this particular drink from. But everyone is buying it from this particular business, this company. What do you think that's going to do? It's going to take a while. You can get the same product at another 7-Eleven or another gas station, but everyone's lining up here. And so that's what happens is that PGI, every single Monday, they've got over 100,000 people that they have to send out payments to. And it's a bottleneck. And Mark Davis did a great job on that. What I would encourage everyone to do on this call is if you go to YouTube, you can, if you haven't seen it, type in Super Saturday Call. Look at the Super Saturday Call that was on February 20th, I believe. I believe it was the 20th. Type in Super Saturday Call February 20th, PGI. And it's at about the 1 hour, 59 minute mark. Somewhere like that. 1 hour, 59 minutes. You can fast forward. Then you can see Mark Davis talking about all this. It's only 3 minutes long. I was going to play it, but I think we've had some issues in the past about playing things and them not coming through and people texting, hey, we can't hear it, we can't hear it. So I thought I would do that. Watch that. He does a great job. It's only 3 minutes long. He explains the entire process. But guess what? In 3 weeks from now, we have our own blockchain and our own e-wallet, the Kala wallet. Okay? Kala wallet is going to be owned by PGI. You could be paid in minutes. So we're not even going to have this conversation within the next month. But we realize some people are like, oh, I haven't been paid. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. Listen, I want to assure everyone, PGI has never missed a payment. Never missed a payment. Ever, ever, ever. Have they been late? Yes. Are there things that they've done that they could have done better? Absolutely. But I'm telling you right now, and I'm looking right at the camera right now, how many of you guys have put your blood, sweat, and tears into a company? And you've assured all your friends and your family and other people in your organization, in your neighborhood, gosh, I'm part of something that's real. Get involved. And then 2 months later, 6 months later, a year later, yep, Gary's raising his hand. It's gone. It's absolutely gone, right? And you're like, shooting, well, Gary, you or Dane, you told me this, you told me that, you told me this. Listen, I'm telling you right now, PGI is here to stay. Feel confident in putting your blood, sweat, and tears into PGI. And I'm telling you, lights out. Because what I know about the company, what I know about the owner, what I've seen in the back office about the money coming in and the money going out and the people that's in charge, this company is going to be here for 50, 60, 70 years. And there you should take comfort. There should eliminate the, oh, wait a minute, I just checked my trading account and it hasn't populated for 4 days or for 3 days. And that's another thing. I'm getting phone calls about, I checked my trading agreement and I'm not belittling these people. I don't want you to think like I'm down. I get it. I get there's a sense of, because I've been burned in the past, because I've been a part of scams, and now I haven't seen the trading, what I've earned over the last 3 days. I get that. But you know what? We've now transferred to a new website. And there are things that will catch up. And if you look, today, they've caught up. They've shown February 21st's earnings. Tomorrow, we'll probably see the 22nd and the 23rd, and then we're caught up. You're going to see that. Just because you don't see that in the back office right now doesn't mean you haven't been paid for it. So I need everyone just to take a breath. This is not the same song and dance that you've heard before in the past, where it's here today, gone tomorrow, it's a scam, this and that, they've taken my money. I need you to take a breath and say, listen, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to trust Dane. I'm going to trust Gary. I'm going to trust Richard. I'm going to trust all these other leaders, Suresh, everyone else that are a part of this. And I'm going to trust the process. I trust their vision. I trust what they've seen. And one day I'll get to Vegas. One day I'll get to South Africa. One day I'll get wherever to finally meet RV, to finally meet the nuts and bolts of the company. And I'm going to trust that. So I'm telling you right now, I'm looking you in the camera right now and saying, listen, please trust. That's it. Please just trust what's going on. Trust the process. Don't start flipping out when it's been 2 days and you haven't seen it populate on what you've earned. Okay, I know RV's heart, and I know where he's coming from. So, with that, late payments we've talked about. Within 3 weeks, we're going to have our own e-wallet. You'll be paid in minutes. So, support. Okay, so let me go over a couple other elephants in the room that people are dealing with, right? That I'm dealing with because, unfortunately, me being the master distributor, I get text messages from people I have never even heard of before. I don't know how they get my number, but they're blowing my phone up every single day. And I get it. I'm not belittling them. I'm not saying that I'm better than they are. I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, I have to delegate because I only have so much time and I have to delegate things. I'm like, look, please talk to your sponsor. Please talk to their sponsor. Please talk to their sponsor. So if you're my sponsor, or if I'm your sponsor, then great. We can do one-on-one chats. We can deal with that. But if you're not my sponsor, I encourage everyone, please, please, please go to your sponsor. If they don't have an answer, they will go to their sponsor. If they don't have an answer, they'll go to their sponsor and then get to me. Okay. It's again, I'm on the same plane as everybody. I don't look at myself as anyone higher than anyone, but at the end of the day, I need to delegate because there's not enough time in the day. And I want to try to make this a well-oiled machine. So let me address a couple other issues. Support not answering the emails. Okay, that's a big one. I understand that. You send a support ticket. 3 days later, it doesn't get answered. You send another. 3 days later, it doesn't get answered. You send another. I get that. The system is a little broken. We're working on fixing that system. And I'm telling you right now, it will be fixed. The system will be fixed. Okay, so with that, we have a customer support manager that is starting March 1st. That's in 4 days. March 1st, customer support manager in Vegas is starting. They've hired 10 support staff solely for the United States. Dr. Rose, who was the president of the United States that lives in Texas, has now since been promoted to the president of North America and has moved to Vegas. We're going to have her full support because she has fully moved to Vegas now. So we have 10 support staff. We have Dr. Rose. We have a customer support manager. And we have all of that for support because support is broken. And I'm going to tell you right now, we have a call tomorrow, me and the leaders, of the United States. We have a call tomorrow with RV. And we're going to kind of go over some of these issues and how they can be rectified. So we are on it. Trust me, we're on it. I don't want you to look back at any of your sponsors or anything and say they're just not doing their job. I can tell you right now that all of these leaders are doing a phenomenal job. All right? And we hope to see all of you guys at future events and where we meet, we rub elbows, and we're like, look, I remember the time when XYZ support wasn't that good. Whatever. Fast forward by the summer, everything's going to be pristine. Okay, so right now, if you have an issue, I am going to type this in support USA at PGI Global.trade. Now, there's the email if you live in the United States to send any support issue with. Now, I will tell you, there are other support tickets that take precedence over that for the time being. All I'm asking all of you guys to do is please be patient. What's today? February 24th. Please be patient until March 24th. Please be patient until March 24th. Give us a month. If you have any issues, you can send them to the support USA at PGIGlobal.trade. Until then, if it's something pressing, I will just ask that you please take your time. Be thorough. I have never had an issue. Never had an issue if I've taken my time to sign up, to figure out what. When you sign up, you need to make sure that the name on your driver's license or your passport, whatever that name is, it's going to match the back office of your account. So what that means is for me, my name is Dane Derek Kohler, right? If Dane Derek Kohler is written on my driver's license, I am going to put Dane Derek Kohler and my address. But now let's just say you screw up, you put a wrong email address or you put a Yahoo address. Crap. Then when you just go back in and re-sign me up at Dane Kohler, get rid of the middle. Get rid of the middle name. Just say, okay, Dane Kohler with all the other information, and you're going to be fine. Just take your time. Make sure everyone takes their time. That's why I make sure personally that when people sign up, that I sign them up for them. Because some people will put commas instead of a .com for the Gmail. They'll put the wrong address. They'll put the address that they're living at now and not the address that's actually on their driver's license or passport. And that's important. It's a third-party company that we use, and they look at information. They could care less where you're living now. All they can care about is what's on your passport or driver's license. So you need to make sure that all of that is in line. And that's gonna eliminate 80% of our issues. And I'll tell you, when you reach out to your sponsor and you say, hey, listen, I'm not KYC approved, please figure it out. That does nothing. You need to make sure when you reach out to your sponsors that you give them as much information as possible. Hey, my username is this. I am not KYC approved because of this. Maybe they didn't accept your selfie, or they didn't accept your information. and this is my information. Because when you log into your account, in the upper right-hand corner, you click your username, right? And then you go to update my account. Then you go to KYC, and it will tell you which portion is not confirmed. You could get you have been completely confirmed, but maybe your selfie is confirmed and not your information in your driver's license or your passport. So that's very important. People get blown, they're like, oh, I've been confirmed. It already says I've been confirmed. But if you take the time and go back into your account, you'll see, yes, you've been confirmed with your selfie, but you haven't been confirmed with your passport or your driver's license. It doesn't match what you put in your back office. And now you're pissed off at PGI when in fact you should point the finger at yourself because you didn't put the same information. So that's just what I'm trying to get at. That's going to eliminate a lot of issues. Zendesk, we have a couple issues. We have a couple suggestions that we're going to bring up to RV tomorrow in our call. Richard Marks had mentioned Zendesk, to do like a Zendesk where you get kind of a kind of an invoice and things like that. I want to mention that PGI does not have an app. There is someone out there that has a fake PGI app, and it's fake. Do not sign up under that app. It is completely fake. Fake, fake, fake. PGI does not have an app. We've had several people sign up under this person, and nothing we can do about it. We've eliminated that person's position, but if you still sign up under them, then you're under an eliminated position. So there's no app. Make sure you get the link from your sponsor. Withdrawals, February 8th should be done by today. So any withdrawals that you've done from February 8th, February 15th, start tomorrow and Friday. Those should be completed by this weekend. And then, February, this past Monday, that should be completed before we get the new blockchain and e-wallet. But just rest assured, PGI has never, ever, ever, ever missed a payment, and they never will. I'm assuring you right now, PGI will never miss a payment. They will be late until we get the new e-wallet and blockchain, which is 3 weeks away. What's today, the 24th? By middle of March, March 20th, we're going to have our new e-wallet, okay? So please bear with us. They have been late, but they've never missed a payment. Trading bonuses is a little bit behind. We have a brand new website. It's recalculating. Today I looked, we've gotten paid for the 21st. They're typically a day and a half behind. So because we're integrating a new website, they're about 2.5 days behind. But just rest assured, guys, don't get your panties in a wad about, I just checked, and the trading bonuses, we haven't been paid since the 20th. You will be paid, guys. You will be paid. We know what's going on. We know what the owner's doing. We know where the owner's at. We know the owner isn't flying off some exotic place to never be heard from again. We know exactly where the owner is at all times. So don't worry. Please don't worry yourself. I want everyone to think about companies that they've been a part of. There are some new people in here. There's some people that have are well seasoned, that have been a part of network marketing companies. They've been scammed before in the past. And I want you to think, how has that felt when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into a company? And you've told all your friends and family and other people about a company, and then they're gone. And you're like, crap, what do I do? I've told all these people about this company, and now they're gone. That's a terrible feeling, because now it looks bad on you, because you promoted this to everyone. And so I want everyone on this call to just rest assured that you can put your blood, sweat, and tears into this company, and it's going to come back 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Talk to Marty Philman, who's on the call. Talk to Dr. Marty Monahan, who's on the call. Talk to Suresh, who's on the call. Talk to these people that have been with the company since May or June. They will tell you, we've been a part of scams. But thank God we stayed the course, and we went back to our people that maybe we burned bridges before in the past. And this is the real. Now we are about blessing people. We can finally put our hands around something that is real, that is not a scam, and that we want to bless people. So I want all you guys to kind of absorb that and think about that, because we are in a position right now, we're a year old. We'll have this call in a year from now, in 2 years from now, in 3 years from now, and everyone on this call, if you're still on this call in a year from now, let me tell you right now, you're going to be a millionaire. You'll be a multi-millionaire. And it's all because of PGI. It's all because of their vision, and it's all because of being involved in Bitcoin and staying the course. So I want to encourage everyone on this call. And I know there's a lot of people that can't be on this call. They're going to watch the replay, and I hope they see this, and I hope they get the value of this. Now, a couple other things. I want everyone just to be leaders, okay? Everyone on this call, be leaders. What I mean by that is that if someone on your team is like, man, I haven't been paid since so-and-so, or this is happening, you got to stay positive. You can't say, oh, man, I know what you're talking about, man. The company's terrible. They should have done that, and they should have done. No, stay positive. Be a leader. Stay positive, because think about this. I'm a believer in Christ and God. And if I, as depressed or as down as I get in life, if God were to be as equally as down to me as I am at particular times, I would have no confidence in God. I would have no confidence in anything. And so it's us. We are leaders. I want everyone on this call, okay, to look at yourself. You guys are pioneers right now to PGI. All right, there's 50 people on the call. In a year from now, there'll be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on this call, right? You're going to look at this call and you're going to say, we were the pioneers when we only had 50 people on this call, and now we have 10,000. Now we have 20,000. But I'm glad I stayed the course. Okay, so that's where we are right now. That's how time sensitive this is. I want all of you guys to realize how special this time is right now. It really, really, really is. As long as I've been in the industry, Richard Marks has been in the industry even longer, Gary Wood, all those people that are coming on to chat right after they will tell you that they've been a part of this. Hollywood Rob's on the call. I see Hollywood Rob. The guy's on vacation all the time. But I'm telling you, he will tell you that he's been a part of scams. He's been a part of things in the past. This is the real deal. And where else can you say, right here, Rob, where else can you say, who all on this call, and I want everyone to raise your hand. If you've made money in PGI, raise your hand. If you've made money in PGI, everyone, 100% of everybody can raise their hand and say, I've made money in PGI. You can't do that in other marketing companies. You just can't. And that's special. So I just kind of wanted to bring that out to you guys. I also wanted to give recognition. I don't know whether, I don't think Sarah, I don't see Sarah. Sarah's not on the call, but Sarah is now a um, proud member of being a $50,000 trading agreement. She's got a $50,000 trading agreement. Dr. Marty Monahan has brought in over 80 personal people. He is soon to be a master distributor within PGI Global. I'm looking to see whether I see him. I'm just kind of scrolling through. He's probably on. Knowing Marty, he's probably on. But he's brought in over 80 people. Lynn Nicely, I don't see him on. He is now the RV's right-hand personal security, and Gary Wood. Gary Wood is going to be doing the company trainer. He's going to be the company trainer in Vegas. And there's a lot of big things that are coming down the pipeline with Gary. We got Marty Philman, who's on the call as well. He's a huge builder. You wouldn't think much about Marty because he's just a good old country guy. But Marty is crushing it right now. And he's a great leader. He's putting on meetings already, having many people at his meetings, and just full on board. I want to give some props out to Marty because I see him. He's on this call. We had some hiccups with PGI. There were some times where he got really down on a situation, and we worked it out. And he stayed the course. And now he's extremely happy that he did. He's going to be in Vegas. We have events coming out that I'm going to explain here in just a minute. But you stayed the course, and that's the key. Stay the course. Things are going to go up and down. We're dealing with a multi-million, soon to be a multi-billion-dollar company. Do you not think that there's going to be things that come through with a company that you're going to be like, I can't believe this. I'm so pissed off. Or why did the company do this? Or why is it? There's going to be that. They said Steve Jobs was the worst man on the planet at times. But look what he accomplished. So you stay the course. And my hat's off to you, Marty, and other people that you fought through it. You fought through some of the BS. You fought through some of the stuff that you were going through, and my goodness, man, it's going to pay off 100-fold. So I want to just encourage everyone that's on the call, stay with it, and that. So with everyone on the call, you have the ability to be a master distributor, right? I mean, I'm the only master distributor in the United States right now. But that means nothing. It's just a tag. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but what I'm saying is that everyone on this call can be a master distributor, right? Only one of the stipulations is that you have a $50,000 trading agreement and that you brought in at least 50 people personally. And then RV has to meet you and know your heart and things like that. There could be multiple master distributors for the United States. There's 4 for the UK. And right now, we're number 2 to the UK. I want us to annihilate the UK come March. When the March numbers come out, I want us to annihilate the UK. So I want us to be number 1. So everyone on this call can be a master distributor. And with that comes profit share. It comes, they take care of all your vacations and a lot of things that come with that. So I want everyone to strive to be a master distributor because you can. You can do that. So with that, I just want to, before I bring on, Richard, and then I want to bring Gary on, just want to kind of talk about really briefly some of the upcoming events. We have an event coming up in Vegas on April 2nd. You're going to be able to see the corporate office. It should be almost fully completed by then. This is invite only, so you need to check with your sponsor. I think you need to have at least a $20,000 trading agreement or higher. Doesn't mean that you're less than anyone else if you do. We have to limit, because of COVID, we have to limit how many people can be there. So you have to have at least a $20,000 trading agreement or higher, and then be invited by your sponsor. But again, that may change that could change. That could change within 3 weeks. Who knows? It all depends upon the COVID restrictions. We can only limit it to about 50 people. Okay, so that's kind of what we did. So we're not sure how big yet it can be. We have a South Africa trip that's scheduled for April 16th through the 20th. That's the grand opening of the South Africa corporate office. That is something that you just pay for yourself if you want to go. People want to go to South Africa, let me know. We can get you on that South Africa trip. We're going to do South African cruise, and you get to meet RV and all that stuff. But that's something that you have to pay for on your own. Okay, it's just pretty much the grand opening of the corporate office. We have a Caribbean cruise that's May 21st through the 25th, and that is, you have to qualify for that. That is bringing in brand new since January, $100,000 on your left, $100,000 on your right. That's it. Cut and dry. Bring in $100,000 on your left, $100,000 on your right. By January 1st until now, you qualify for the Caribbean cruise. Everything's paid for. We have a Manila event that's coming out in June. We're going to the UK in July. And that's pretty much it. That's kind of our, basically, guys, you can see the world with PGI. I mean, how cool is that? Being able to see the world with PGI. So if you have any questions, type them in the chat. Right now, what I want to do is I want to bring on Richard Marks. He's going to talk about the binary and about compounding. Richard Marks has been in this industry for 40 years plus. He's a great brother in Christ of mine, great friend of mine. I'm so blessed to have him on our team, and I just wanted him to chat about some binary and compounding. So, Richard, are you on the call?
You hear me okay, Dan?
I hear you fine. You need... I'll make you... Yes. Let me make you host. There you go.
There's quite a few new people in here, so I'm going to just go over some of the compensation plans, and then I'm going to do some detail on some strategies, and I'll talk about compounding. So I'm going to start the slideshow. That's going to be from... Okay, how to be part of the team. Basically, we have 4 different package sizes. Silver package has 3 levels, gold has 3 levels, platinum has 3 levels, and titanium has 3 levels. This is still in the works. The packages of 10,000 and above. It actually may be any package of 1,000 and above. Will, if you can in the future, be insured by Lloyd's of London. We don't have the details on that yet, but that's kind of in the works. That is a game changer for the industry. It means people can put in 5, 10, 20, 50,000, 100,000. And know that it's insured by Lloyd's of London. Okay, that's in the works. We have 4 types of commissions. Direct referral, that means you bring in someone, you get paid a percentage of whatever package they buy. We have a binary bonus, which is paid on the weaker side. We have 2 teams. We have a boost up, which is a big deal I'm going to talk about. And we have a renewal bonus, so that's pretty cool because the packages last for 6 months and they expire, and you then have to buy a new package. It doesn't have to be the same, it could be more or less, but you get paid all over again in 6 months on all the work that you did now. I think that's pretty cool. My philosophy has always been a Zig Ziglar. You can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. I've met him several times, and I try to live that and instill that in my team. So the direct referral bonus, the level percentage that you get depends on the package that you have, your highest package. If your highest package is silver, you get a 6. Highest package is gold, you get 8%. Highest package is platinum, you get 10. And titanium, you get 12% on the referral bonus. Binary bonus, now a lot of people who've been in the industry for a while will agree that the binary in the past has had some negative connotations because people talk about a power leg and spillover, and there's a lot of griping going on. Oh, where's my spillover? I want to be on the power leg, and I believe that's a kind of a negative impact on the binary and on network marketing. And with that traditional attitude, 90 to 95% of the people get left in the dust. They never qualify for the binary. That's called breakage, and the company gets all that money. Well, I believe we have a better way, and this really is the first company that has designed the compensation plan with this in mind to fit in with the way that I've always done my binaries. So how it works is you have a left team and a right team. Every day the computer will look at your volumes, and it looks at new volume, and if you have, let's say you have 10,000 volume on the right, and you have 5,000 volume on your left that is new, then you'll get paid on the lesser side. You'll get paid the 8%, which is the basic binary for the first three packages, 8% on whatever the volume was that day on the left side. So that when that's paid, that volume disappears, and it's subtracted from both sides, so now you have 0 on the left and you have 5,000 left on your right. If you're doing a balanced binary that I'm going to teach you, there is no power leg. You're going to build two healthy legs, left and right, and the company rewards you for having personal teams on both the left and the right side. So one direct on the left, one direct on the right qualifies you. The first pair, it does qualify you, but you're not paid on the first two packages, okay, left and right. However, once you get a left and right and you qualify, then if they upgrade the package, you do get paid on those additional packages. So you receive 8% daily on the points generated on the smaller team. Maximum, this is very important, the maximum binary bonus per day will depend on the highest existing package of the account. And a lot of other binaries will have an arbitrary cap that you can never exceed. But with us, you can always get a higher package and therefore increase the cap of what you can earn on your daily binary bonus. Now this is a big one. This is called a boost up. You have 30 days from the time you activate your account, that means your account is paid for, to boost up your account, which is an additional 2% from your regular direct referral bonus and pairing bonus. They'll often talk about the binary as a pairing bonus. I like that phrase. What it means is you get 1,000 on the left, 1,000 on the right. That's a pair. It's going to pay you on whichever side is your lesser volume. So 2% is a huge deal. So on the direct referral, from going from 6 to 8%, that's 33% pay rise on your direct referrals. You go from 8% to 10% on the binary, and you have 30 days to do this, by the way. Then that is forever, and that is 2% out of 8%. It's actually a quarter, which is 25%. That's a huge increase. For example, if you make $100,000 in a year in the binary, that's a $25,000 increase. If you make $200,000, that's a $50,000 increase. That is huge. So it's worth looking at getting everybody qualified for this boost up. Once you get it, it's forever. You have 30 days to get qualified. So you must have a package on the left and a package on the right equal or higher than your current package. Now, if people want to come in to 5,000 or 10,000, there's nothing wrong with that. But we do need to point out to them that, hey, what I say to people is, look, you get that package within a week or two, you're going to start seeing the daily return. You're going to want to talk to people about it. If that's the case, then I should at least show you how you can get boosted up so you can get 25% more in the binary if you should ever want to work with it. Once you get boosted, you can always increase the package to 5, 10, 20, whatever you want, 1,000, as long as you have the boost up first. Okay? It happens once, and it remains forever. In the beginning, we didn't fully understand this. I actually thought it was only good for 30 days, so I didn't really put much emphasis on it. So here's how it works. We encourage everyone to come in with a $100 package and then bring in 100 on the left and 100 on the right. That will qualify you for a 2% boost up. It will also qualify you for the bonus. And your binary, your referral bonus will go from 6% to 8%, and your binary will go from 8 to 10%. That is a huge increase. Then what we want to do is we want to duplicate that. Now, some of you are really good recruiters, and you'll keep putting people down your left and people down your right. So I encourage you not to go too far until you help this person and this person to get their two. And you help this person get their two, and then this person get their two. And what will happen is you'll very quickly go into momentum on both legs. You'll have a nice, healthy, balanced binary. Okay? Duplicate this with all new members, and you'll have momentum very quickly. So, and new people recently qualified to even earn pairing bonuses or binary and spill over to period levels. This is one area we're allowed to talk about the spill over because you created it. This is more realistically called spill under. Okay? Here's a big note. Do not upgrade your package until you have your left and your right at 100. Then you can upgrade to whatever level you want, and you'll still keep the boost up forever. Now, there are some people who can come in 1,000 and do a left at 1,000, and right at 1,000. We even have some like Sarah Louise over in the UK who can come in 10,000 and bring in a 10,000 on the left and a 10,000 on the right and get the boost up with that. But that's not very duplicated. And since I've been training on this method, my team members have just gone through the roof. They're exploding exponentially, as you'll see on the next slide. Exponentially, you have one person here, you have two here, you have four here, you have 8 here. The next level will be 16, 32, etc. This is a geometric progression. So we have Matt, Assistant, and I have decided that our criteria for Vegas is going to be, because we want to honor the little guys that are going to soon be big guys. They might not have $20,000 to buy a package. So our criteria is to get a 15 pack. That means it doesn't have to necessarily be you, but someone in your team is going to go 2, 4, 8, and everybody's qualified for the binary and the boost up, and watch what happens. Here's a guy here. So all he did was bring in a left and right. He didn't do anything else, okay? But this guy on the right upgraded his package. Once he's qualified, he can upgrade over here. Now he's starting to get some binary. And look what happens down here. They upgrade to 1,000, another upgrade to 1,000. So there's 2,300 over here, there's 1,300 over here, there's 5,700, there's a $5,000 package down here, 57 over here. So guess what this guy's going to get? He's going to get paid. He's got a binary. He's got a strong side and a weak side. You add that up, that's 3,600 over here. He's going to get paid a binary bonus on 3,600 at 10%. Will be $360. Okay? Now, by the time he gets there, he's going to be made aware, or he should be made aware from his sponsor, that, hey, you need to upgrade your package because the maximum binary you can get is limited to $100. So if he's getting a $320 binary, he's going to leave a lot of money on the table. So you'll know by the time you get in here what's going on in your team, and you'll gradually upgrade your package to 400, 600,000, whatever you need to maintain that full binary bonus. Look at this. If each of your 14 people in this 15 pack duplicates that system, you'll have 196, and you only sponsored 2 people. I'm not telling you not to sponsor more than 2, but beware of bringing in too many new people, and you haven't got the time to train them and help them get there too and start duplicating. We want everybody to be qualified. My goal for my team is 70% of people qualified for that boost up and binary bonus. All right, and we're not far off that. The team numbers are just exploding in a geometrical progression. And here's the ultimate. Down the track, the end result of all this is you're going to be doing left, right, left, right, left, right. Even if you have a leg that's getting lots of volume, I still encourage you to go left, right until you have 3 builders. A builder is someone who's basically done all this. He's now a team leader. He's doing his own meetings. He's looking after his team. You want 3 leaders on the left and 3 leaders on the right. And RV has recognized this. All the company promotions are based on building leaders, and then moving up the qualifications will push you up qualifications. But only your personal leaders count. The spillover volume does not count for those promotions. So what will happen is it's called a taproot. You can have real security, longevity, because each of these leaders is building their own team. Now watch this. Draw a line down the middle. Call this the strong leg on the left, your weak leg on the right. You got a builder way down here in depth. You may not even know who he is. And he starts duplicating left and right, and he builds a big team. He brings in 100,000 points in one day. Okay? Everything he did, left and right, counts on your weak leg. Isn't that cool? Now, if he's not on the boost up, you'll get paid $8,000 on the binary. If you are on the boost up, you're going to get $10,000. But you better make sure by the time that happens, you have a $10,000 package, or that breakage, the excess is going to go up to the company. Okay? So I hope that's clear. If this is a little bit much for you new people, don't worry about it. Once you've seen, I have this recorded in the training. Once you've seen it a couple of times, it will make a lot of sense. And the people that are doing this are building nice, healthy, balanced binaries. They're getting everybody qualified. They're making binary bonuses very soon, very early in the piece. So I'm going to skip a few things through here. Dane asked me to talk about compounding. As you know, when we get paid a 1%, it's only on the package you originally put in. So the profit is not compounding. So there's really no point in leaving your daily profit in there. You can withdraw it every Monday because it's not compounding. right? But some people are creating a simulation of compound. For example, they're going to buy smaller packages with their profit. So, for example, if you come in at 5,000 and you earned enough to buy another $1,000 package from the withdrawals, then you just make sure that if you're doing that along the way, that by the time it expires in 6 months, you have enough to renew that $5,000 package, or your daily is going to drop down if you don't have another $5,000 package in 6 months. Okay, so that's one way. There is someone who's doing up a spreadsheet to show how that's been working. He wants to wait probably another couple of weeks, so he's got it showing several repurchases, and we're going to see how much that is actually compounding for him. All right, you could withdraw the profits into the trading agreement. When you go to do your weekly withdrawal, it gives you an option to put that withdrawal into the trading agreement. You'll save 3% on the fees. But our belief is that the Bitcoin is far better off, especially now. In your own wallet, you're going to make way more than a 3% gain on the value of the Bitcoin. So we advise you to pull all of your withdrawals out into your own e-wallet. Now, if you're building the binary, you may find that you would have been better off, instead of buying lots of little packages, to wait and save up and buy bigger packages. Right? There's 3 reasons for doing that. Number 1, the cap on the binary that you can earn in one day is equal to your highest package. So whereas this guy's got 5,000, and he might buy 5 more $1,000 packages, he may find that with his binary, he starts to get more than 5,000, and he wishes he would have got a higher package. Second reason is that your withdrawal limit every week is 50% of your highest package. Okay? Again, if this guy starts building a big team, he might find that his weekly withdrawals are more than $2,500 in that $5,000 package, and he would have been better off to buy a bigger package instead of buying all the little ones. And the third reason is that the binary, if you look at any of the leaders that are building teams, 70 to 80% of their income is from the binary if you build it properly. And therefore, the daily trading bonus is really one of the smaller percentages of your total income. So here's a better way, in my opinion. I haven't tried this yet because I haven't been in 6 months yet. But you start with 5,000, you withdraw all. By the end of 6 months, you will have withdrawn 10,000 into your own Bitcoin wallet. And the way Bitcoin's going, that might have even gone up to 15,000 or 20,000 by then if you're holding it in your wallet. Of course, you have the risk that it could go down, but that, in my opinion, over the next 3 to 6 months, it's not really going to happen, except for temporary little dip. So in 6 months now, you're going to have enough to buy a $10,000 package. Taking into account the 8% withdrawal, it might be a couple of weeks after 6 months. But anyway, you've got enough to buy a $10,000 package. You have a grace period, by the way, of 30 days once your package expires to buy another. Okay? Now you're getting a higher binary and a higher withdrawal limit, and you're getting a daily return on a much higher package. In 12 months, you'll have enough to buy a $20,000 package. In 18 months, you're not quite enough to buy $50,000 because there's no 40. So you might have to buy another and wait a couple of weeks till you have 50,000 with that $50,000 package. And then in 30 months, it'll be less than 30 actually, you'll have enough to buy a $100,000 package. Now you have a daily return of $1,000 a day or $30,000 per month. You could go on, continue to double that every 6 months, or you could stop at any stage and take the profit, or you could just $30,000 a month and not buy any more packages 6 months, and you've pulled out your whole $200,000 and you're earning $30,000 a month. So I hope that's helped. If anybody's got any other ideas on compounding, these are 2 that I've seen so far. I will have a report in a couple of weeks of this person who'll be doing exactly that one there at 5,000 and another buying $1,000 ones out of the. I think he's got a 10, and he's buying 5,000. He bought a 5,000 and a bunch of ones. But I'll report that when I get it in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to stop my share and over to you, Dane. Make yourself. I think I have to make you the host. Where are we? There we go.
All right. Yeah. No, that's fine. I think you made me the host now. I appreciate that, Richard. If anyone wants an Excel spreadsheet that kind of shows numbers, is okay. Well, I want to put in 5,000 and kind of resubmit every 3 months and things like that. We have an Excel spreadsheet that does really, really well with that. So what I'd like to finish is bring on Gary Wood. I know we're kind of getting a little short on time, but Gary is a a wealth of knowledge. I know that he wanted to chat about how to use greed to recruit, and I don't know if he's got time to do that right now, unless he wants to maybe do it a little bit tomorrow. But for the most part, I'd like to bring on Gary and just say a couple words of some wisdom. So Gary, you on the call? I just unmuted you, Gary. Let's see. There you go. I can hear you fine.
Good stuff. Hey,
Yeah.
I have some really good stuff, but it's like a 20-minute. I don't want to wear everybody out, so I'm out of time. Let's do a little training on overcoming objections and a bunch of other stuff I put together. I'll show you a little bit of it now.
Okay.
Let's do it tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific.
Great.
If that works, I'll put it. How's that sound, everybody? Let me show you a couple things that if you can make me the host name real quick.
I will.
We'll do this tomorrow and I'll record it. I also want to show a couple things. Let's see here. Just make me the host. Okay, I should be. So if you stop sharing, I will share my screen here. Probably got a lot of good looking people on this. There we go. Everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Thumbs up. Yes. Good. So the first thing I wanted to bring everybody's attention, and Richard, but Dane, what you might do is put that Excel spreadsheet in the Telegram room. Guys, if you go to the PGI Team room, you click on the top here, you go down to all these links right here. All the stuff that we've ever done since we started this room, I started in November, we put it in here. All the new stuff, this is the wealth of knowledge or library for all the information that you need. I've talked to 6 different people today that didn't know this was here or how to find it. So this is how you do it. You just click on the top, go down the first webinar that I did about me going and all the stuff that already showed me. People really liked that one. That one's right here. And also the first recruiting one that I did, and some of the stuff I'll show you. It'll take about a minute and a half tonight. Tomorrow will be the big one I'll show everybody, but that's right here. So, Dane, you can put that Excel spreadsheet in here in the back, in the office, at the top of the Telegram room for everybody to find easily. If you put stuff in the room and it's a link type system, it'll automatically save it. So, let me do this. I know. Let me show you guys a couple of things real quick for tonight. I want everybody to think about this until we do my training tomorrow. A lot of the people that I'm watching the room, I'm seeing a lot of different, what do you say if a person says this? I got some killer stuff you're going to love on how I answer all that stuff and how I close people and how I turn them away and how I use their own greed, and I mean this in a good way, to close them. I learned a long time ago in the insurance business with A.O. Williams that the takeaway is probably the biggest close. And so remember, in this kind of an industry, everybody's not supposed to make a lot of money. Everybody's not supposed to, 9 out of 10 people are supposed to go to the bank and get 1% a year, not 1% a day. So look what Zuckerberg says. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking one. So I show people that. I go to this, and I show them, let's see here, I show them a couple of the earnings on my packages. And this is how I close them in this format. I show them the Zuckerberg thing first. I show them this. I show them how much you make a day from your various packages. Here's a small one. Here's one. It's bigger, 500, 1,000, 50, and 20, and so forth. And I'm showing them these numbers and how much they're getting paid a day. And this is proving it to them. And then a lot of times they'll still have, problems doing it. So what I do is I try to find out what their why is. A lot of you that saw my recruiting webinar, I covered this in pretty great depth. But I go into a couple of things. I'll cover this tomorrow, and not so rushed. But I talked to 4 different people today. I don't know if you guys can see me okay, but, we got the shirts, right? We got the shirts, we got the jackets, we got the face mask, which in Nevada, by the way, Dave, tomorrow the governor's making an announcement that he's going to leave it up to every individual county that there's no more masks required in Nevada.
Wow.
Tomorrow. I'm sorry, day after tomorrow. So Clark County, where Las Vegas is, will probably be, they'll still have them, but it's up to each individual county. And then a lot of the counties are saying we're going to leave it up to each business. So there's a good chance we'll be able to get more than 50 people to Vegas. But the great takeaway is simply this. After I show them those things, I said, Bill, you have an awful lot of questions. This Bill guy, folks, is the kind of guy that even after he's in, every 15 minutes he's going to bug you and call you. Hey, I only got, $1.16 instead of $1.30 like yesterday. These people will wear your butt out. They're usually the people that have a $100 package, right? Not the big ones. But I say, you have a lot of questions. It's very, very skeptical. This isn't for everyone. It's probably not for me. Probably shouldn't be. And I shut up. You'd be surprised at the answers I get. Well, there was one guy today, I mentioned his name, he's on the call, and I did this very thing with him, and he was going to do a $100 package, and he just put in $5,000 because I took it away from him. And so I know that sounds weird, but if you've been in sales as long as me, some of you know what I'm talking about. If you tell people they probably shouldn't do it, like you don't really need them, they'll do even more. So I have a whole 6 or 7 slides on this tomorrow I'll cover, but I always tell them also, I said, the financial system in the U.S. is set up so not everyone is supposed to make this kind of money and return on their money. You need bread truck drivers, garbage collectors, people that work at the store, people that go to the bank and buy certificates of depreciation.
Hello?
Certificates of depreciation. Anyway, somebody needs to get muted. Anyway, I show them all that, and I said, not everybody's supposed to make all that. So then, another thing I like to talk about a lot are these new masks and the new shirts. I would highly recommend, if you want one, we'll put a little order together in the Telegram room, and we should order a couple hundred of these. Because, folks, this is no more excuses. You can't recruit anymore. I had 6 people today. I went to the car wash. I had my truck thing. I went to a couple other things. I have 6 people that I have to call after this webinar that are interested in how I make money with Bitcoin. 6 of them. I had to cut it off because I was tired. So there's no more reason you can't get a lot of people in the business. When I say to them real quickly, we'll end with this for tonight. They always ask, how do you make money with Bitcoin? And I said, well, what kind of returns are you enjoying now on your money? WFA means wait for an answer. And they go, well, none. Or they'll say, I'm at the savings account, or I got a mutual fund that did 11% 1 year. And I say, if I could show you how you could realize 15% plus per month, would you want to learn more on how to get started? They say, you know what they say? A month? And we are doing double that, right? So start low, and then maybe I'll cover all this tomorrow. But if you liked what you saw, how much would you be starting with? I want a commitment right up front. I want to know if they're talking about a lot of money, a little bit of money, a little bit to start, more later. And then I say, let me know how much you're interested in starting with, and I'll do some projections for you on how much this could grow to. Should you want to recompound or just pull it out and double your money, be happy. And then I do what's called the certificate of choice close. And I did this for years and taught it in the insurance business. But I show people that they did $500 a month and kept renewing that package when the package distributions were enough to buy another package, or if they just put 500 in and let it grow, and then in 6 months they leave, 2,500 and 200 a month. And then I say this, most people start with about $500 a month. We have those fortunate few that can do $2,500 a month. Then we have those on somewhat of a fixed budget that can only start with about $200 a month. Where do you guys see yourselves to start? I shut up and wait for an answer, and you'd be, I was going to put in like 15 grand. A guy today told me that. So I know we're rushed. I thought I'd have more time. We'll do this tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific, and I think you'll get a lot of value out of this. The recruiting will explode if you take some of the concepts I put together and use them. All right? Back to you, buddy.
All right. I'm writing that down right now. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for being on the call. You're a wealth of knowledge, and absolutely, I got down here 2 p.m. Pacific time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get on the call, 20, 30 minutes, and I will end this call with. You're absolutely right. Those masks, we have to wear these masks everywhere. So if you're interested in a mask, send me an email that I've sent in the group earlier. But the bottom line is, if you want to market it, you can text message. You can get these 3D cards. that again, you can send me an email. My son, he does these 3D printed cards for $2 each. Craigslist, you can do LinkedIn, you can do Facebook groups, you can do your own personal Facebook. You can reach out to your contacts in your phone, send them a quick text message that, hey, listen, I'm earning 1 to 2% a day, 7 days a week in Bitcoin. Are you interested? That kind of thing. It's that simple because it's about blessing people. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's about blessing people and getting people involved, even if it's just at the $100 level. So I want to encourage everyone to do that, and we'll get to, if everyone is not on the Telegram group, make sure you are. If you're not, reach out to your sponsor about adding you onto the Telegram group, and we'll get Gary's call for tomorrow on the Telegram group, as well as every other call on the Telegram group. So thank you guys for being on our call, and we will chat with you tomorrow on Gary's call. Thanks, guys.